Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I want to show you guys this new tarot set that I got, the Tarot de la Nuit, or the Tarot of the Night. I got this fairly recently actually. I don't have that many tarot decks, but I figured it was time for a new one since the last one I got I probably bought about, let me think, maybe 6 years ago. So I wanted to try something new, and this one is very, very different from the other tarot sets I have in terms of the imagery on it. So this one has like a lot of photography like images, which I will show you in a second. But usually I go for more of like paintings and classical styles, but this tarot deck is very, very different from a lot of traditional tarot. So we have Alexandra V. Bach, who is the creator of this deck. She does the photography for it, the art, the imagery, and then Carol Ann Eskenazi, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, she gave the cards the meaning. So when I first saw this deck, the first thing that really attracted me was this picture, this image right here. So this is actually their Empress card. And one thing that was mentioned in this deck is how it has a very gothic, French romantic type feel. The Tarot of the Night. I think it's so cute. And very, very different. So right off the bat, it says directly that beauty in darkness is the theme of this deck. And it has a very feminine, romantic, French energy. So it has like very dark elements to it. It's a little bit gothic as well. So, yep, the first card. I feel like this deck set would be really good for So the cards just literally spilled out as I was trying to reach out to get the deck. But I wanted to show you this card right here, which is really special, the Angel of the Night. This card is really unique to this deck, and I really like how they added that in because I see it almost as like a connection to angels, and it just gives it like a very nice, unique feel for it. The symbolism in this deck is really strong, but it has a lot of non-traditional elements. So for example, this card right here is the World, but when I look at it, I always mix it up with the Moon card, because there's a lot of, symbolism for the moon, and even when it's talking about material things, it still has that, subconscious, intuitive feel for it. So I see like a lot of intuition, a lot of connection to that aspect. This deck also has like very feminine energy to it. Whenever I read, I mostly pick up on feminine energy. Even when there's masculine energy, it's very much overshadowed by the feminine side to it. So like even in this card with the Lovers, we have a little bit of feminine to it. Magician. The Hanged Man. I really like this one because of the rose. I do find that this deck has a lot of non-traditional interpretations, so it took a little bit of time to get used to connecting with this deck and finding its own meanings. So I do feel like this deck is a little bit of challenge, especially to people who are still adjusting to learning tarot or like very early readers. There's some mythology in this deck as well, which I really, really like. So I've had this deck about 2 months now. The quality of the card, it's pretty good. However, you can see around the edges, there's like a little bit of fraying already. It's only been 2 months, but the cards are pretty thick in and of themselves. They're glossy. They're pretty easy to shuffle, if that's something that is important for you. yeah, it did take some time to adjust to the meanings of the deck because I did think that they were a little hard to read at first. Also, whenever I would sleep at night, and I'd keep the cards next to me, it would always give me like these very vivid dreams. And I do prefer to read these at night, like late at night. So these ones are some of my favorite cards. Definitely took some time to adjust to them. I only use the booklet whenever it's necessary, and that I do with all of my decks. So I don't like to read solely off the book. I try to connect it to my intuition a bit more. Overall, I'm very, very happy that I got this deck. It's very different from what I'm used to. I see it as like a very non-traditional tarot, but it's really good for like subconscious readings, and I do feel connected to it. I would definitely recommend it. So every single time I've been trying to film, the cards have just been falling all over the place. There's a lot of energy in them. So whenever I read these cards, it feels like I'm entering into another world. Like, these cards are another world, and it's just so amazing to see it. There's a lot of beauty in this. That's what I really love the most. And just how different it is. It's very, very different. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a really great day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, take care, guys.